see, they're all depicted as black people. More icon images from the 10th century. As you can see, the bishop here, this is the white bishop, and he's got a brush. As you can see, it's the image of Christ to the right, and he's trying to, well, I'm not even to tell you can just read this here. The sheet stored in the British Library shows the supporters of icon duels as well as enemies of iconoclasts of the images. At bottom left, the cult of images is being debated in the presence of the emperor. At the right, a bishop is whitewashing over an image of Christ with a sponge. At the above left, carrying an icon between them, at Theodore studies and the patriarchs Nicephorus, both of whom defended the veneration of images. And the right is Emperor Leo III of the Byzantine gold coin. The impression of this coin. So this is the image here of the priest whitewashing image of Christ, as it clearly tells you. And this is the image here of Leo III of the Byzantine Empire. As you can see, if you look at his features, you can see he's a black man. This is a gold coin from back then. Here we have a 16th century image of Mary feeding Christ as a child. As you can see, these people depicted as black people because they always knew from the scriptures that Christ and Mary and the Israelites were black people. And as it shows you here, the Christian image of Mary with the child Jesus at her breast shows the maternal love of the Mother of God, her love for the Logos made flesh through her, and has nothing in common with the ideas behind the great Mother Goddessness, who represents the nature force of giving birth. This is a picture of the three angels who came to Abraham during the days of Sodom and Gomorrah to tell him that one had come to tell him that Sarah was going to bear a child at her old age, and the other two had come to tell him that they were going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah by the orders of the Most High, due to all the abominations that was happening there. As you can see, the Holy Trinity, Moscow, 18th century. This icon of hospitality of Abraham depicts neither Abraham nor his wife Sarah, but only the three angels sitting around the table, symbolizing the Holy Trinity. Their silver halos and collars are ornamented with multiple colored enamel, as is the wide frame. This is an 18th century picture depicting the three angels as black. Once again, and when I say black, I mean we call ourselves black, but we have different variations of brown. That's what we really are. This is another picture. Shows you Mary, Christ. It's again depicted as black people. These are early 16th century, 18th century pictures. And then, if you look at this, those are depicting the disciples, the 12 disciples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 12, and Christ around. You see Christ in the middle with Mary. Look at them. People all depicted as black people back then. These are their portraits. These are two high priests. This is two doctors, of the church in Episcopal Guard, Byzantine, 14th century. Patriarchs of Alexandria fought the heresy of the Eurasians. Cyril, also patriarch of Alexandria, prevailed over the Torah. So these are their patriarchs. These are from Eastern Europe. These patriarchs. This is where they're based today. And where they're black people, because they know who the Israelites truly are, who the people of God are. This is more art showing you the Israelites that lived back during the 14th century, as you can see. All depicted as black people. This is a picture of Peter, Saint Peter, the Apostle, with his nice heavy head of afro, 14th century. This picture resides in Moscow today. This is a 14th century picture. And over here it has a bit of information about it. It says page 48, head of Saint Peter, FIFA Greek in the 14th century. The icon of the fourth figure of the Apostle Peter, to which this detail of the head belongs, is one of our masterpieces of Theophanes the Greek, done in Moscow while he was painting for the Cathedral of the Annunciation. The overly slender figure of this master have a spiritual quality which is also evident in the head of Peter. The narrow face with meditative eyes placed close to his straight nose. Well, I don't think his nose is that straight, but as you can see, the head of Peter is his what? His afro. White people don't have afros. Hair don't grow like that, it's straight, it drops down. And this is a knight. His name is Saint Demetrius of the Thessalonica, Bulgarian. Thessalonica, end of the 17th century. On his red horse, in the pose of a youthful hero, Demetrius slays Lysias, a gladiator of the hostile pagan emperor. As you can see in the picture, that's the gladiator slaying. That's him there on his horse. And these are black people. These are more pictures of Saint Peter. Again, these people were all depicted. Mary again, the Black Madonna, as they call her today. And you'll see here. Okay, let's just go into the four holy men. Up here, sorry guys. Mother of God with the three hands, Russian, around 17th century. This icon is attributed to St. Luke and is considered miraculous. It is said that John of Damascus, from 750 AD, whose hand was cut off by order of the iconoclastic Emperor Leo III, prayed in front of this icon, and immediately the severed head which he had with him grew back. In memory of this miracle, a third silver-plated hand was added to this icon. This is Mary here, depicted as a black woman, with the two black angels next to her. Because the Israelites, the Jews, the 12 tribes, the Hebrews were all known as black people back then. There was no mistaking who these people were. Here again, Mary again, depicted. This is another picture portrait of her. As you can see here, below left, can't pronounce it, but Trikarusa, Mother of God, Hilanda Monastery, 14th century. Of the Hojituda Mother of God icon is found in the Hilanda Monastery. This icon is richly overlaid with silver. It is said that when the hand of Saint of John Damascus was severed, he brought it with him and prayed before this image, whereupon his hand was restored. In gratitude for this, a silver hand was added to the icon, making it three-handed. So that's why you see the three-handed. As you can see on the picture, the silver hand is down the bottom there, left-hand corner. He said that when he saw the icon and he prayed to it, apparently the hand that he had severed was restored. Now we don't know how true that is, but what we do know is that the mirror that he was praying to, the icon, was a black woman. with her son, Christ, in her arms as a black man, as you can see. Beautiful picture. Look at these icons. This is Saint Luke from the Gospel, depicted as a black man. These are two other saints we have here, depicted as black people. And this is Matthew, depicted as a black man, as it says here. It says, from left to right, Saint Luke, the evangelist, in a monastery, 14th century. Saints Sergius and Bacchus, in the same monastery, 14th century. And Saint Matthew, the evangelist, 14th century. Back then it was common knowledge who these people were. And this is a picture painted in the 14th century depicting Christ with the prophets, Adam and Eve. Those are the prophets over there, depicting Christ, depicting former kings, all black people. These people were painted all as black people. And who do you think that is? That's Saint George the Dragon Slayer, who did exist, who lived back in the 14th century. I think I've got that right. Depicted as a black man, right? Now, these are pictures of him, Saint George, again slaying the dragon, depicted as a black man, as you can see. Here, the dragon below. And let's read what it says below. Saint George illustration in an Ethiopian manuscript, 17th century. The saint who saves the princess at the right from the dragon is depicted here with wings, huge dark eyes and dark skin. All the figures are clearly set off from each other through the use of colour and are geometrically stylized as if this were the pattern for a carpet or weaving. So they know St. George, you see the two pictures, is a black man. This is the same patron who these English white people celebrate, St. George. They have the St. George's flag, but yet do they know that he was from the Middle East or Mesopotamia and he was a black man, St. George, and he was an Israelite. These beautiful pictures. These are pictures of Mary and Christ depicted again. St. George there, look at him, look at his afro. Slaying the dragon. Them with their afros, look at them. Black people again. Mary. Christ. Here again. Over here again. Look at that. Look at the features on those. Mary and Christ again. Then it says, above Mary of God with child, Coptic 9th century. The entire square of this icon is filled with